Plastic lowers giving solid metal ones a run for their money? You bet your sweet bippy they are. We're taking a look at some top-notch stuff from AR-15 and some sleek, lightweight upgrades for your AR on this week's AT3 Gear Grind. I'm going to run you through some of my favorite parts of my lightweight what would cloner do build, starting with the AR-15 KP-15 polymer lower receiver. Fit. This baby snaps in on basically any AR-15 upper receiver, feeds standard mags, accepts a lot of different triggers, and carbine length buffer systems. Nice for functional customization. Feel. Being on the taller side of average, this thing fits me perfectly. Fits my shoulder pocket, smooth, solid cheek weld, modern grip angle, and a flared mag weld that makes me faster than I actually am at reloads. Shorter shooters may not like the fixed A1 length stock. Sorry, Randy. So form. This KP-15 is a lightweight alternative to a standard aluminum lower with some added benefits due to the one-piece construction and a huge built-in flared mag well. Unlike most other polymer lower receivers, AR-15's actually beefed up their design where many other polymer lowers often fail. Spoiler alert, it's the buffer tower. Function. This is one poly lower I'd put up against any of my other AR-15 lowers, pure and simple. I should note here, not all parts can be swapped. You're stuck with your stock and your grip, and not all triggers will work with it. AR-15 also makes some really sexy drop-in triggers like the SLT, Recluse, DMR. It'll cost you extra over mil-spec, but for me, definitely worth it. Features. Best feature for me, absolutely stunning durability. I'm too much of a wuss to beat the living piss out of my guns, but this thing can hold up to abuse that no traditional aluminum lower can. Check out Recoil TV's video to see what I mean. On to the office favorite and another Minnesota local company, Breek Arms and their Warhammer charging handle. Fit. Good news, everyone. It's an AR-15 charging handle. Works with basically anything labeled AR-15, so it's pretty easy. There's standard and micro-sized latches for you, as well as AR-10 versions for the battle rifle boys. So feel. Not only does the Warhammer make your AR's action buttery smooth, the latch has a really short throw. It feels faster than any other Ambry charging handle I've handled. The texture on the handles is also super positive. And yeah, it's ambi. You can run it either way from either side. On to form. One of the biggest reasons the Breek Warhammer is the office sweetheart, your choice of latch size, both with the short throw, machined in channel for gas busting if you're running suppressed, subtle, well thought out design, nice range of color options. It's great for a variety of builds. Function. Personally, haven't had any problems with any of mine. I will say I'm partial to the micro version because it doesn't snag on gear or slings. Way earlier runs of these had some issues with pins actually walking out, but Breek identified them, actively fixed them with the manufacturing process. Any customers who had issues, they took care of right away. They're stand-up dudes. Features. Price point and quality. Honestly, I think this charging handle does everything just as well, if not better, than people asking 2 or 3 times the price of this one. I'm not sure you can get better bang for your buck in this category. After this, you're probably paying for a name. Next up, probably the flashiest bit on this gun, the Faxon Firearms carbon fiber handguard. So for fit, this handguard works on basically any AR-15 and actually uses a mil-spec steel barrel nut plus an included shim, which is about 1.5 inches wide. You'll have to time it on install, and do be careful with some of these small fasteners. If you crank on them, they might strip. Feel. The Faxon handguard actually has a slightly wider diameter than most aluminum handguards these days, but it's significantly lighter, and I think it's really comfortable. One thing to note, don't C-clamp it. The top of the handguard is open, right over your gas block and tube. You know, the part of the AR that gets blazing hot as soon as you squeeze the trigger, that part. For form, dude, look at it. The carbon fiber is super cool just on its face, even with a pretty contrasting color and receiver set. Definitely sets it apart from aluminum handguards. So for function, may surprise you, but the Faxon handguard works exactly as you'd expect from a modern free-float AR-15 handguard. M-lock slots all the way around for accessories, it's lighter than aluminum and won't have issues with stability or things coming loose. The lack of Picatinny top rail does require some creativity to mount some accessories, but it's not a huge deal. By the way, the Arasaka low-profile Picatinny mount works perfectly for mounting backup front sights. Features. I personally love having this thing for this particular lightweight build, but I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. Carbon fiber is just cool, super light for how rigid and durable it is, and it's also very resistant to heating up, unlike aluminum. Faxon also charges around $300 for these, no matter what length you pick. If this is what you're going for, you probably won't be disappointed. But if you're not concerned with weight on your rifle, you're probably better off saving your money.